Science fiction has always been one of the greatest sources of inspiration for film and television, with many works having made a huge splash around the world. The feature of this series is always sticking to practical scientific bases to create a series of fictional technologies, virtual worlds, but very close to the audience, and of course, with thrilling scenarios, brain hacking, and full of choking action. In the context of the complicated COVID-19 epidemic, people in many countries around the world have to stay home to implement social disparity. The demand for watching movies and entertainment is higher than ever. In particular, the Sci-Fi movie series is also an option that a lot of audiences look for. Therefore, Netflix, the most popular streaming service, is constantly updating new works of this series on its platform to always be ready to serve users. Join Ask K-pop to discover some notable names that have been airing on Netflix that sci-fi fans should definitely not miss out on. Number 1. Inception. One of the masterpieces of the life of talented director Christopher Nolan, Inception brings viewers on an enchanting world, within dreams, within its own principles and rules. Like its title, Inception tells the story of a group of dream thieves, capable of penetrating other people's dreams. The main character of the movie is Dom Cobb, a professional thief who can enter the unconscious of others through dreams, steal hidden secrets, and even plug thoughts into them. Trouble from the past makes Dom become a criminal that is strictly sought after, forced to leave his family and run away. Incidentally, the giant Sato knew about Dom and gave him an important task: to infiltrate the subconscious of a rival corporate heir. In return, he would help Dom acquit and return to his family. The story overlaps many layers between reality and dreams, many layers of hidden meanings behind the story, and details deliberately left open. This is the attraction that makes it difficult for viewers to end world Inception. Number 2. Pacific Rim, 2013. Although Pacific Rim is part of the Sci-Fi series, it is more realistic, whether it's the emotions of the characters or the machine. The special effect has nothing to say because it's so brilliant. The story in Pacific Rim has two different world systems. One is the human world decades later, left is the anonymous world, the Breach, hidden under the ocean. In 2013, a giant kaiju monster, similar to Godzilla, emerged from the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, emerging from a cave, and attacked the Japanese city of Osaka. The Antiverse is where the monster appears. It is at the other end of the cave, the entrance to the world located 5 miles deep below the seafloor. To counteract the increasingly frequent attacks of sea monsters, mankind has come up with a military plan. The plan, named Jaeger, aims to form an army equipped with the most advanced technology and equipment to counteract monsters. The main character is a former pilot, Riley Beckett, 23 years old. After the death of his brother, also his co-pilot, Riley struggled with the pain of losing a loved one after fighting the monster in 2020. 5 years later, Riley rejoined the Jaeger army. Collaborating with him is a 22-year-old Japanese woman named Meiko Mori, the heroine of the series. In addition, there are 2 scientists who help to get information through the monster brain. The question is, will they eventually destroy and subdue the monsters in the cave? Pacific Rim is on the list of sci-fi movies that are extremely famous for their content and effects. The success of the movie has made this movie have part 2 in 2018 called Pacific Rim Uprising. Number 3. The Martian, 2015. The Martian is the famous science fiction novel by writer Andy Weir. And the great director Ridley Scott once again entered the space of science fiction movies he was accustomed to. During the production of this film, NASA even seized this opportunity to act as a solid backing. Opening the movie is a dust storm on Mars, and the American expedition is forced to leave early. Unfortunately, Mark Watney was blown away. The idea that the members of the group would find Mark Watney, but he was abandoned. Mark finds himself trapped and has no way of signaling the Earth that he is alive. And even if he could speak, his lifeline would be gone. He had to wait a long time before a rescue could come. Mark is not ready to give up. Based on his dexterity, technical skills, and perseverance, he steadily faces a seemingly insurmountable obstacle later on. Is his resourcefulness enough to exceed the odds he sets? The next plot is the victory of science. It is very attractive, so you should spend time watching it. The Martian has a few elements of fiction. The timing set in the entire story and the scientific and technological methods used in the film are based on the various versions of NASA's Mars plan in practice. Number 4. Black Knight Decoded, 2015. Referring to the Black Knight Decoded, we cannot forget the first-time elements. The first time a Hollywood movie was shot from space, for the first time, 11 mysterious symbols appeared. In the movie, for the first time, the main cast takes part in a film in the sci-fi genre. It was these first times that Black Knight Decoded was called a fictional film, different from other films of the same genre. This difference has been deliberately built by the co-producer Pepsi before, through a series of activities to spread the message, do something different, to young people. Coming to the Black Knight Decoded, Pepsi once again created conditions for hundreds of young people around the world to take part in filming in a different international project to spread the message of peace, friendship, and inspiration to create positive values for the community. With the above reasons, surely Black Knight Decoded will be the indispensable choice of movie fans, especially for those who are crazy fans of the science fiction movie genre. Number 5. A Quiet Place, 2018. A Quiet Place is a science fiction film mixed with outstanding horror elements in 2018. The film, starring Emily Blunt and her husband John Krasinski, has conquered the audience by acting, script, and filming. The biggest highlight of the movie is the opening setting. After mysterious creatures invade the Earth, once a sound emits, monsters will instantly take your life. Therefore, the entire film has almost no lines, and the characters can only communicate with each other using sign language. In particular, not only the main character but the audience outside the screen also watch the process to hold their breath and stress. In order to exist in such a setting, 3 rules must be observed. No noise, don't go astray, and if you see red, you have to run. In other words, no matter how great the horror is, you must also cover your mouth and find a way to escape and how to send danger signals to your loved ones. If you make even the slightest noise, you will face absolute disaster. Number 6. Ad Astra, 2019. Ad Astra was definitely on the list of the best space sci-fi movies in 2019, and also the one that many viewers expect. The film is nominated for the 76th Venice Film Festival in 2019. This shows that the film will not be able to satisfy every audience's need like the science fiction action genre. The film's timeline takes place in the future, as space exploration technology has developed bases on the Moon and Mars. Roy, played by Brad Pitt, is a somewhat autistic astronaut. His father participated in the search for extraterrestrial life 20 years ago. The spaceship has traveled to Neptune, the farthest place humans can reach. Unfortunately, the alien life project lost contact years ago and was declared a failure. Roy's father is hailed as a pioneer in space, while Roy becomes an astronaut because of his father. The story begins with strange mutant radiation emanating from space. Wherever the surge wave goes, it will cause circuit damage and stop the global damaging power supply. The location of the radiation found was in Neptune, where Roy's father's spacecraft was located. To find out the truth, Roy is sent on a secret mission that starts from Earth to the moon-launched base, and then to the Mars base to try to contact his father. In the process, Roy gradually finds out the truth about his father's death. Ad Astra is compelling from a story perspective. Compared to action sci-fi films, Ad Astra spends more time researching the protagonist's spiritual world. That is why the evaluation of the movie has 2 extremes. Let's say this: if you spend the feeling of watching Gravity, The Martian, and Interstellar to watch Ad Astra, the movie will be 80%. But if you look at this work from the perspective of the character research and from the perspective of thinking and dialogue, you can find many interesting reflections in the film. Number 7. Tenet, 2020. If you have not watched Tenet, or have read through the complicated review page of the film and are still wondering whether to give it a try or not, you do not need to read any more comments, because this sci-fi movie is the answer. Especially if you want to see Christopher Nolan bend time and space in this feature film, this is a movie worth watching. An unnamed CIA agent, known only as the main person, John David Washington, is recruited into a secret agency that specializes in the study of reversed mysterious objects, meaning they will appear to move back in time. As the protagonist goes deeper, he discovers a terrifying conspiracy staged by agents of some distant future, those who plan to destroy the world of the past in order to save themselves. Tenet is seen as a film that is emotionally difficult, but still does not lose technical craftsmanship. This is an impressive sci-fi film that will overwhelm viewers with its unique sound design and beautiful widescreen cinematic techniques. Throughout the time, The scene never sank in terms of both effects and performance. Besides, the good to great performances of the actors also attracted viewers. If you need to find a sci-fi movie brain hacking, then do not miss Tenet. Thank you for watching our channel. If you like it, please click like and share the video. And don't forget to subscribe to Ask K-Pop Entertainment to watch more interesting videos.